Good evening. I want to welcome everyone to the Tuesday night business presentation. It looks like we are now live on Facebook. Please state your name and where you're calling in from so the person that invited you on, especially if you're a guest on the platform tonight, will know that you are present. You want to make sure that you speak to to all panelists and attendees so everyone can see you. I see Michelle Booker calling in from Stone Mountain. Welcome to the call. I see Miss Jan Ramport. Welcome to the call, ma'am. Miss Melinda Clutchfield from Atlanta. Welcome to the call. I also see Myrtle. I can't see your last name, but I see you're from Placid, New York. Welcome to the call, Miss Anastasia from the Dallas Atlanta Marketplace. We have a couple of seconds, so while we do have that, again, make sure that you go ahead and text this information out and let us know where you're calling in from. I see Ann Mandeville from Lansing, Michigan. Welcome to the call. Eddie Lee from Boston. Welcome to the call. So you see we're piling in. I can't quite see what's on Facebook, but it does look like we're live, guys. I am super excited to be actually I'm honored to introduce the presenter tonight, one of my mentors and success coaches as I built my business. This gentleman retired from the federal government a really long time ago, 29 years ago. For the last 24 years, he has been a successful entrepreneur. So you have to know that he knows a little bit about staying at home and earning some income and not relying on anybody else to do so. He joined this incredible opportunity. Thank you, sir, for saying yes back in January of 2018, reached the top of the company in as little as 8 months, which is incredible. If you know him, you know that he is helping us as he is a global asset acquisition coach. He is a trainer and presenter and a team builder, and definitely, as I mentioned, helping me build my business. So I would like to go ahead and introduce to you Goal Director Elite One, Mr. Al Buston Luz Murray, to the platform to give us this incredible information. Mr. Murray, so I'm going to turn the call over to you.
Incredible, incredible, incredible. Thank you so much for that incredible presentation. We so appreciate you doing that phenomenal job on that intro. And folks, before I start this presentation, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you a little bit about the young lady that just did that tremendous introduction. Ms. Tasheen Poole hails from the South Carolina area, and she is building a powerhouse, phenomenal business all around the globe. So definitely we applaud you for all that you're bringing to the table with regards to helping and building and helping us share this tremendous opportunity all around the globe. So thank you again, Ms. Tasheen Poole, for that incredible introduction. Folks, there you have it. My name is Al Murray, and I'm excited to be before you from the Maryland area. And I tell you, folks, they say that you're the average of the five closest people you hang around. And I'll just let you know right now, I hang around these six gentlemen as much as I can. And I'd just like to let you know that all of these gentlemen hold this company's highest position of Gold Director Elite. And I tell you, I introduce you to just a few of them. This gentleman here is, we call him Mr. Amazing Rodney Roach. And I'll tell you, I've just learned so much under his mentorship and just 3 years into this business. Last year, 2019, his organization did over $16 million in production. And I tell you, just a phenomenal thing just to be a part of that and to know that we helped out in that production. This gentleman here hails from the Waldorf, Maryland as well. This is my sponsor, Lewis Young. The three of us actually share an office here in Waldorf, Maryland, and I feel as though I would be remiss if I didn't let you know a little bit about this gentleman here, Dr. Dominic Carey, who is also in this Maryland area. Just really appreciate all of these gentlemen for sewing into me, including the two that I didn't mention. I might as well, Cameron Gamble and Kevin Robinson. These gentlemen are just doing a phenomenal job leading the expansion of this company. They just keep me grounded, along with so many other great mentors that we have that are part of this program. When you think about Ron and Sharon Vick, you think about the Real Browns, when you think about folks like Maxine Jones and Sheila Abram, and just so many other, Roger Williams, Rodney Berger, just tremendous leaders that offer themselves, they mentor people that join this business and just help them hit the heights that you're able to do. So we have a system that we utilize here, folks, and I'm so excited about it because just like many of you that are viewing this for the very first time, I had a chance to share this with a couple of my good friends. And here you can see Mr. Alfred Wright. He hails from the South Carolina area, and our newest Gold Director Elite. Mr. Mark Hall, who is dual citizenship, if you will, Australia, Maryland, USA, what have you. But it's just phenomenal when you can introduce people to a program and they can have the same level of success that you're having, if not more. So, folks, me and my partners, we're always looking for superior systems, and we found one right here that allows us to build worldwide teams and earn international profits. So, it's also very favorable when you've got people like this in your background. When you've got folks like this international networking Hall of Famer, Mr. Ty Best, and his beautiful wife as well. Listen, this gentleman encourages us to dream big. This is like his mantra. He teaches us that we can get the things that we dream about through this incredible system, and he keeps our mindsets in the right place. So I'm just excited to be a part of this and be able to learn from this gentleman. He's an author. He's the author of the Green Chasers Manifesto, which is his latest book. But folks, Mr. Best is just an awesome gentleman, and I just appreciate all that he does as far as helping us build our business, folks. So understand this. You at some point in time, you've got to take some sort of inventory of where you are in life. And before I actually move a little bit further, I just want to encourage you all to put on your entrepreneurial caps and your vision goggles to take some copious notes, get any questions that you have answered at the completion of this presentation, because we're literally going to go through some information that is literally life changing. And the person that invited you, they thought so highly of you to get you here, folks. I consider it an honor to be able to present what so many of us feel is the greatest opportunity to get finances as an issue out of the way. So you got to ask yourself, folks, what is your plan and where are you right now in life? I mean, in the midst of all of this COVID, all of this violence, protests and everything that's going on right now, where are you in your life? Are you financially stable? I have to really think about that because I think about one of my mentors. His name is Dr. Claude Anderson, how he talks about the first realm on the floor to building a new generation of wealth lies in economics. And he says that this is like the first thing that we should focus on. And that's why I love this business so much, because we can touch your economics. So where would you be? Where would you like to be in the future? When you think about these things, I was looking at uh, reading an article today, and it was just talking about the size and scope of some of the largest businesses on the planet. I mean, when you talk about, double digit billions, you're talking about a large, large, large business. And this is just literally what's happening around the globe. And sometimes, just as our mentor, Mr. Best, talks about, you have to dream big when you really understand the scope and the size of the economic power and ability of the entire, not only nation, but globe. There's a lot out here, folks. And when you compare it, you got to think about, if you keep doing what you're doing for the next 10 years, will you reach your goals over the next 10 years? Okay, 10-year clips, folks. Sometimes we got to look at it that way. And here's the truth, folks. We just don't have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing. They say that the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So let's take a look at this timeline real quick, folks. Most of us start school when we're about 5 years old. We spend about 21 years in the educational system. We graduate, folks, and we move on to jobs out here in the marketplace. And typically we'll work about 40 years. And honestly, they say that you work about 4.5 years average length of all of these jobs that you have. So honestly, it must take a while for you to actually hit your stride and get to the place where you can really think about retiring. But most of us retire between the age of 62 and 65. And somewhere in that process, we get to watching folks that are already retired before us, and we start wondering in the back of our mind, hey, have I been hustling backwards for the last 40 years? Am I going to be like those that I see that have to downsize their home and sell off their assets just to make ends meet? Or will I be one of those ones that get forced back to, back into the workforce, maybe at Walmart as a a door greeter, what have you, or am I just going to be one of these individuals that you know, unfortunately, only reach becoming debt free upon my death. And that's only because I do what? I pass debt on to my living generation, to my living bloodline. Folks, that's something that we just don't want to do. I was watching and reading, and I was actually looking at a chart in an article. That's exactly what I was doing. And it was showing that millennials right now are at the worst level at any other group grouping, if you will. So you think about the baby boomers, Gen X, and all of these different generations, but the millennials are doing the worst. They are employed to about the same degree, but when you take into account inflation, they are just doing far worse than any other generational group in the history of the world. And the reason why, folks, is because we're setting them up for failure because we're leaving them debt. We aren't giving them anything upon our past, and they're not getting a good enough inheritance. And that's why that Bible, that good book, it teaches us what a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Well, that means something, folks. And I love the fact that I can help people change that we can help people change that collectively, folks, because the problem, you just can't outwork an exponential inflation with a linear income. That means one stream of income, folks, and it's all about multiple streams nowadays. But here's the thing, folks. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I love the fact that we can glean from the knowledge of so many others. This is Warren Buffett, arguably one of the best investors in the history of the world. He says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Now, here's another one of my mentors, folks, and we're going to talk about him just a little bit more later on. But Mr. Dalco teaches us if you don't find out what real money is, you'll work until you die. Yes, because some of us are duped. We think money is currency, but currency is not money. Money is real money, and currency is just that. We don't call the river or the ocean the current. The current is part of the river and the ocean, right? So understand, folks, Mr. Dalco teaches us that anything that is defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. Remember, we go to work and we get paid in the form of dollars that aren't really a safe store of value. That's the difference between the dollars that we earn and real money that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But he says that it must be, what must be? The money must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. Now think about that, folks. All right. And so what we focus on here at Wealth Builders Worldwide, and understand we're over 100,000 strong globally, okay? And what we teach are four basics to building wealth. First is creating residual income. The second will be accumulating, appreciating assets. The third will be outrunning inflation, which is super important. And then the fourth will be utilizing the advantages of the tax code. Now, that's huge, folks, because you need to own a business for that, right? But not just any business, okay? I love the way Robert Kiyosaki describes these cash flow quadrants. He describes this top left-hand quadrant as the E quadrant, and this is where 90% of us reside, folks. If you're here, you have a job. And then there's the self-employed. If you're here, you own a job. But this is where Robert Kiyosaki says we should dwell, folks, on this right-hand side of the equation. And if you're part of the B, then you're part of the big business and you have a system. And that system and oftentimes leverages those folks that are on the left side of that equation. And then that B side, it also leads you to the I quadrant, folks. That's the investor quadrant. And here, money works for you. So you're leveraging yourself through others and through money. That's huge. And that's why you choose a business that allows you to maximize both the B and the I quadrants. So here's what we do. We help you start your own gold business. We help you save gold for yourself. We help you share this with other people and earn as your team duplicates and grows. That makes so much sense to me, folks. And understand this, you don't have to do it by yourself. You can do it with this incredible team, Wealth Builders Worldwide, and through this incredible opportunity that is offered through Karatbars International. So, folks, this company was founded in Stuttgart, Germany in 2011. Right now, it's internationally shipping to more than 146 countries around the globe. What do? We specialize in the production and sales of high quality gold products in small transaction friendly weights, folks. What does that mean? Well, gold right now is the fixed price of gold right now is what the London fix is about 1750, somewhere right around that area, $1,700 an ounce. Now, folks, understand that's just not a easy transaction for the average person, right? So what our company has done is we've made gold available in small transaction friendly weights where you can start accumulating some of the best quality, or not some, but the best quality gold at increments as little as $7 a clip. So when you can make it that affordably, folks, there's no reason why you shouldn't take the advice of the person that invited you here and set up your own free gold savings account, folks. I'm telling you, if you got an account somewhere in one of these banks, you would certainly be doing your family a disjustice by not opening up one of these free gold savings accounts. Okay, I'm telling you, it brings tremendous value to your home. Now, here's the thing, folks. This is our headquarters, and we're poised. This is an aerial shot. We're poised right across the street from Mercedes-Benz, their headquarters, folks. And I've had the pleasure of walking up these steps right here. I've been in our home office. I can tell you that it's real. I've met some of the top investors in our company. When you talk about two of the wealthiest individuals on the globe, Joseph Haidt and Ovidio Tomar, I'm here to tell you, folks, these gentlemen have brought a wealth of knowledge to the table here with this incredible company. When you can sit back and say that you've met the CEO, looked him in his eyes, been in his office, been on, travel with him, folks, I'm telling you, this is a company of integrity. But one of the best things about being in Stuttgart, Germany, at the headquarters was seeing some of the top leaders all around the globe, and then also seeing this golden brick wall of fame. I was introduced to this wall by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Sergio Razel. He raised my lid. This gentleman has two bricks on this wall, one in his personal account and one in his LLC business account. And he told me, he said, Mr. Murray, this is what you need to shoot for. And I'm proud to say that in going to Stuttgart, Germany, I was able to see my wife's and I's our very own brick. And what's incredible about it, folks, is just following this system, I've been able to help other people make this wall as well. So I'm just excited, man. And you just look, you'll see that, we're a very diverse group of folks here with Karatbars International and Wealth Builders Worldwide, one of the fastest growing teams within this million affiliate company. We're just excited about where we're going from here on out. So listen, with all of this, folks, I've got to tell you a little bit more about our CEO. This gentleman, Dr. Harold Sykes, he's our founder, he's our visionary, as I said, our CEO, but he's a senator on the Global Economic Council, folks, which means that he brings a wealth of international knowledge to the helm, international financial knowledge to the helm of our incredible company here, folks. You can see he's been featured in many magazines. They call him the King of Gold. He's an author as well, written 2 books. How about that? Thinking big. We got the guy that's telling us to dream big, and we got the guy that's telling us to think big. And look at this, the future of money. How about that, folks? This is the gentleman that we follow, and this is his mission, okay? He says, my mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point that everyone can afford. My goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from this current system of debt. Folks, I bought into this so wholeheartedly that they call me Mr. Bustin' Loose, because I'm here to help you and everybody that I come in contact with do what? Bust loose from this current system of debt. So with that, folks, let me continue. I love the fact that you just don't have to listen to me. We can take the words of some of the best and biggest bankers on the globe, okay? Some of us may have heard of J.P. Morgan. Well, he says gold is credit. Gold is money. Everything else is credit, okay? And he also says, Alan Greenspan, the former head of the Federal Reserve, he says that gold is always accepted. Now, what does that mean? Gold is always accepted, man. Think about that, folks. As I went around the globe, thanks to this company, I've traveled more abroad than ever before, and you get to see that people abroad, they don't want any parts to do with this new dollar here, folks. But understand, gold is accepted everywhere. That's what Mr. Moneyman himself was saying there. And then we've got Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says that gold is God's money. And I'm telling you right now, if God has his hand on anything, I want to make sure I got plenty of it, right? So that's why I make sure I acquire gold every single month. I acquire it and I earn it for free. But don't let me get ahead of myself. Here's our gold, okay? Now listen, we got security in our gold. All you got to do is hook up the black light protection on this. You'll see that it's authentic right there based on the front of the card. And then what we're talking about is physical gold. Okay, we're not talking about EFTs, exchange traded funds gold. You know, this gold is physical gold, it's digital in nature as it's stored in your own vault over in Stuttgart, Germany. And who tells us that it's best to make sure your gold is outside of the US? Mr. Rich Dad, Poor Dad himself, okay? Robert Kiyosaki. So our gold is held in Stuttgart, Germany, and anytime when you get ready, you can have it sent to directly to your house, folks. It's incredible. This is gold that was digital at one time and that was physical in my hand. So it's not the same as EFT gold that you'll never own. Okay, you can take advantage of trading it with EFT, but you'll never ever own it. All right. And we store it for free and then you can have it shipped to you. Not only that, folks, but it's digital and it can be used in our entire ecosystem, which is constantly growing. And then, folks, we're excited because sometime this month or next month at the latest, folks, understand this gold, this cash gold can be exchanged for cash within our ecosystem without having it shipped to your home. You will be able to have take part in a buyback program, and that monies will be shifted right onto your very own debit card. That is incredible. Listen, folks, I'm excited because the numbers don't lie. You say, why should I trust you and open up a gold savings account? Well, listen, I'm not asking you to trust me, and neither is the person that invited you to the program. What you trust in is the numbers because they tell the truth. So here you can see, folks, back in 9/11/2018, this is 51 grams of gold that was acquired, okay, and I'll just say that I acquired, okay. And here's the thing: you can see what the acquisition cost for exchanging my fiat currency, okay, for the gold, right? So listen, you can see what it was, right? But then when you take that out and you divide it by the 51 grams, you see what the cost was per gram, right? And then you can see here what the cost of per gram was just in March 31st, just a couple of months ago. And listen, it's gone up about €3 since then, 2 or 3 euros. So again, I'm under promising and over delivering. This is exactly what our company likes to teach us here. But just take a look at this, converting everything over into dollars and cents that we can understand a little bit better, so we can convert over the bottom line to dollars. And you see that this was the trading cost to get the gold, right? And then you can see that this right here was how much it increased over time since what, less than 2 years. Okay, look at this, folks, 39%. Now here's what I know: just holding on to the monies that I would have had here, just holding on to this money right here, it would have lost purchasing power about 3% per year. So what I'm telling you, folks, is based upon what I would have lost if I held the money, based upon what I gained by having the currency exchanged into physical gold. Look at the increase, folks. Look at the increase, over 50%, 40%. When you think about 3% in inflation over 2 years. I hope you guys see what I'm saying here, right? And then when you just look at the numbers of how they're forecasting gold to go up as much as $3,000 by the end of the year. And again, folks, this is not me talking. Okay, these are the numbers. This is what folks are saying. They're pulling the pinpoints on the graph line here. I just go back to 20 years ago when gold was down here less than $300. Okay, but what they're saying is that this point in time is the same as this point in time. So this is where we actually are right here. So it's like about being like right in here. Okay, and so they're projecting all of this growth. What I'm saying, folks, and what they're saying, not what I'm saying. Don't trust me, trust them. Okay, they're saying that, man, you're in the right place at the right time, thinking about, exchanging this for something better into this. Okay, I hope it makes sense, folks. Okay, hopefully we're talking the same language. If not, maybe you'll understand price stability a little bit better. Okay, in 1920, And a nice automobile cost you less than $700. A kilogram of gold was worth what? 720 bucks in 1920. Okay, so you could acquire the automobile and have change left. Come to today, average automobile about 40K. Guess what? And commit, but when you think about the fact that the gold still acquires the same type of vehicle, folks, you got a vehicle here and you had change. You got a vehicle here and you've got change. A kilogram of gold, folks, is about $58,000. Okay, so I'm just here to tell you, you just think about things like this. Apply this to education. Apply this to your retirement fund. What would you rather have, folks? Your money saved in something that depreciates so much that you need so much more of it? Or would you rather have something that will buy you the same thing, 20 years from now? Okay. So it buys you a car today, and 20 years from now, 100 years from now, it still buys you a car. That's called a safe store of value. Now, here's another reason, folks, because we're beating inflation. Now, I'm going to argue that you can get $20 worth of groceries in any time, within our lifetime or my lifetime, a basket of groceries, right? But I won't argue this, folks. $20, if you walk into a store right now and you got a meat, a vegetable, a starch, a dessert, and a drink, you're going to have to add something to that to walk out of that store with the groceries. That's as a result of inflation, folks. But gold is a safe store of value, and it beats inflation all day, every day. So what do? We pay ourselves first and not last. That's a number one millionaire secret, folks. And we exchange declining paper dollars into the world's best tier one appreciating asset, and that's gold, folks. Now, look, take a look at this. Two different philosophies, folks. Average folks and high net worth individuals. Average people, guess what? They spend first and they save what's left. High net worth individuals, on the other hand, they save and invest first. And guess what they do? They circulate what's left. Okay. Now, I like to look at my community as an example of what not to do. Right now, they say that a dollar comes into the African American community and does not last but 7 hours in my community. But what we can learn from these high net worth individuals is to circulate that money. Circulate it with who? Amongst people that we know, like, and love. That says support the people's business that we know that are in business for themselves, folks. And I understand and know that that makes a lot of sense to us, but for some reason we just have not been doing that. But what I want to do is encourage you to do something else, and that's set up your free gold savings account, folks. You can do that right here, right now, today, because it's going to lead you to financial security. It's a hedge in times of crisis like we're in right now. That's why sold out. Those kilograms of gold, 58,000, you can't get them. They're sold out. Okay, you can't get an ounce. $1,700, a little less than 1,800. You cannot get an ounce of gold right now. It's sold out because those that know are pulling their money out of things that are what? Declining. Okay, and they're putting it into what? A safe store of value. They're storing their value in their labor so that they can use it later at the same or better purchasing power. Gold, real money, folks. Okay, so listen. All we want to do, we will mentor you through the process of learning how you can start a simple, duplicatable business here with Karatbars right from home. Now, most of us are at home, right? This way you can benefit right now from one of our multi-gold packages. So listen, our compensation employs two things: leverage and exponential growth, and we're going to show you how that works. J. Paul Getty, the first recorded billionaire in U.S. history, he said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of my own efforts. Now, listen, before I move forward, I just want to say this, folks. If you've come to the table and all you want to do is store some of this into something that's going to hold your labor and its value, so you're exchanging it for this, set up a free gold savings account. Make the commitment right now. Why not do something that will benefit you and your loved ones for years to come? Your great grandchildren, guess what? They'll love you for it. Okay, so if that's your aim, is to save and store the value of your labor, then get that free gold savings account. But if you're looking to make some extra income, or you're looking to do both, then man, you're in the right place, because I'm about to get into it right now. But before I do, I want to offer this quick disclaimer. We're not financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give financial advice. The following examples show calculations for illustration purposes only and is not a guarantee of income. So now that we've got that out of the way, folks, I'm excited because why? Because I get to introduce you to how you can start earning from our free position, folks. You can set up your free gold savings account and you can let other people know about it. We do it all the time. We talk about good movies, we talk about great restaurants, we talk about great meals and great things, but we never get compensated for it, right? Now, listen, your bank, they may have given you a toaster back in the day for referring a friend or something like that, or a coupon or something like that, right? But here's the thing, what this company is going to do is they're going to give you compensation. Okay, up to 6% to infinity. That just simply means you can tell any and everybody. Tell them what? Listen, folks, all you do is save gold for yourself and share with others how they can do the same. Just run your mouth. We like to talk, some of us, right? And listen, you'll get compensated monthly through our uni level compensation plan to infinity. I love that. It doesn't get any better than that. But listen, for those serious minded individuals like me who do this on a full time basis, guess what? What we do is we acquire a multi package, a multi gold package, and we start a business, right? And then we acquire products, goods, and services through Karatbars, and we share that business with other people. And then we do what? We get paid and teach others partners how to duplicate this same system. All right. So it's just as simple as that, folks. But so what it requires is you choosing one of these preferred packages. And if maybe if that's a little out of your price range, then at least get a starter package right here, right now, today. Now, listen, I need you to put yourself in the place of somebody that is really looking to do this. So you're looking at this for the first time and you say, man, this makes sense. Okay, so this is how it works for you. What you'll do is you invite people, just like you got invited here, you'll do the same thing to invite someone else to this presentation tomorrow at noon. Okay, we got two presentations tomorrow, one at noon and one at 9 p.m. Okay, so again, you'll get a professional presentation. So you get started, and what you do is you go to some of the sharpest people you know and you invite them to those presentations, right? With the help of our mentors. We're going to tell you how to say it, what to say, and it's going to work, folks, just like it got you here today, right? That's evidence that the system works. So listen, you see it for yourself. You invite somebody like me. So one of the sharpest people you know, right? Okay, so you invite me to the program. I come and I take a look at it at 12 and I say, hey, you know what, man, one of these VIP packages sounds like me. You're excited because you just earned 10%. But guess what? I got in for me and my family. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go out and talk to somebody sharp. I'm gonna talk to that gentleman you saw whose picture I showed you, Mark Hall. I'm sorry. Let's just say it's Alfred Wright. I can choose from either one of them. They're both my friends, right? And they're both at the top of this company. So I choose Alfred Wright. And Alfred Wright gets started first, right? And that's the way it actually happened. Alfred Wright was one of my first affiliates. And here's the thing. I invite Alfred Wright out to what? The 9 o'clock presentation tomorrow evening. He sees an opportunity for himself. He gets a package. Doesn't matter which one, even though he's VIP too. But now guess what? I earn 10% and you earn 3%. How about that? You weren't even there, right? And you still earn. But here's the thing, Alfred Wright is no dummy. He does the same thing. He goes out and he talks to his daughter, the young lady that did that incredible introduction earlier today, Tashin Poole. Tashin Poole comes back the following day at 12, takes a look at the presentation. She likes what she sees. She gets started. And guess what? Alfred Wright, Mr. Wright now makes 10%. I earn 3%. And guess what? You earn 2%. Now let's really take a look at this. You're new in the business. Okay, you don't know Tashin Poole, you don't know Alpha Wright, you barely know me, and we're all new to the program, and yet you've did this thing called made a profit. Okay, and that's huge, folks, because there's businesses to this day that are going out of business, and just in that short period of time, you're in profit mode. This plan, we just talked about it. It includes leverage and exponential growth, folks. Just imagine this. Don't you know 10 broke, busted, disgusted folks that are just wanting something better out of life right now? Or maybe just somebody that just enjoys helping others. They may be doing fine, but guess what? They can help others through this program, so they decide it's something that they want to do. So here's the thing. If you could find 10, it's fair to say that they could find 10 and it could go down another level. And folks, 3 generations of this happening, folks, you've got over 1,000 people responsible for your income. That is phenomenal, folks. That is the ultimate leverage. But guess what? This is the ultimate way that we get paid. Arguably, is the best way right here. These dual team bonuses, outside of maybe getting free gold. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that as well. But here's the thing: you get to build 2 teams to unlimited length or depth and unlimited width. Okay, two teams. We're gonna call first team Team A. Okay, that's this left hand. Team B, that's this is this right hand, right? So 25 and 50 units or vice versa, creates a total of 75 units. That creates this thing called a DTP, a dual team payout, and it's paid out to infinity. I love that, folks. Okay. We're not network marketing. Network marketers like to compare their plans to us all day long. They say stuff like, hey, how deep does your comp plan go? Okay. I said, how deep do you want to go? It's to infinity. It means it doesn't have a bottom or it doesn't have a top, whichever way you're looking at it. The glass half full or half empty. It doesn't matter. It doesn't stop. Okay. And so, folks, we're excited by this because it gives us unlimited income potential, right? But here's the thing, all you do is choose which one of these multi-goal packages makes the most sense for you. Okay, now for me, listen, I like getting paid the highest I can do. It's make, especially when I'm going to do the same thing. The only difference in pay is which one of these you choose to get. Okay, so every time this happens, your VIP, this is what you earn. Your bronze, this is what you earn. And these units flow through your team A or your team B. Now, here's the thing, folks. You can earn up to 180 dual team payouts in 1 week. That's great, right? But here's the thing. That's about a $4 million a week cap. I don't know anybody that's done that yet, but I can tell you this. Me personally, I've earned 76 of those in 1 week. It was my best week in the business, and I'm still talking about it. Okay. So here's the thing, folks. Let's just go over something real quick. You're going to earn direct commissions. You're going to earn uni-level bonuses, matching bonuses. We're going to talk about in a second. 7 different income opportunities with this company. Remember, we were talking about multiple streams of income. Listen, Karatbars pays 5 commissions monthly. All right. 4 in the dual team system and 1 in the uni level. Folks, this is incredible. And it gets paid down to you on your very own personalized Karatbars MasterCard. It's incredible. So listen, let's talk about startup costs, folks. You know, there's a cost if you do, and there's a cost if you don't. Okay. Oftentimes we only analyze the cost if you do. But just think about the cost if you don't. If you pass over something that could literally change your life and the lives of unborn citizens that are going to be born in your bloodline, doesn't it make sense to position yourself with something so powerful? Okay, there's a cost if you do and a cost if you don't. Business owners understand that you got to put something up to start your business. But what I love about it, folks, is Donald Trump, he isn't showing his taxes because of one thing. He isn't paying any because he's a businessman and the tax codes are set up for the business owner, folks. Okay. For the business owner, folks. For the business owner. Okay. So 4,900 euros gets you the best position in this company. You're going to get a VIP status, which pays you 80 euros in a dual team, remember? And then you're going to get 12 of these discount cards. These discount cards, they allow you to offer the people that you're first getting started into your business a 10% discount. Now they get a 10% break, but you're still going to earn commissions on the whole value. Then you're going to get 15 grams of gold with the package also, and 100 units into the dual team system. And then you're going to match gold through 7 generations. Okay. Now this is huge, folks, because remember the higher level package you have, whenever somebody joins your organization, you're going to earn gold at that level and anything below. So that's why we try to get as high as we can. But now, as we go down, you're going to see a little less startup costs, but a little less benefit as well. So this package here is 3,450 euros. It still comes with the 80 euro VIP package. You're going to get 10 discount cards, 10 grams of gold, and gold matching still through 7 generations. Just a little less though, right? And then we've got package level 5 here, the multi-gold package 5, 2,200 euros, okay, which is about $2,500. Great for starting a business, right? I can remember my first business that retired me from the federal government. Listen, sometimes my overhead was 10 grand a month. Okay. It's incredible, man, to really even think about that you had to earn that before you could even take home a penny. All right. But here's the thing, folks, with this startup, guess what? You get to write it off and talk to a tax professional about how to do that. Okay. Because I'm not a tax advisor, but also understand you're getting a gold level package here, 8 discount cards, 6.5 grams of gold, 50 units to the dual team, and you're going to override gold through 5 generations, folks. And then the last of our preferred packages, 595 euros to get started. You're getting a silver level package there, 6 discount cards, 1.5 grams of gold, 10 units, and gold matching through 3 generations. All right. And then if you have to, you get you one of these starter packages. You can see what the investment cost is there and what you're getting for those. You're overriding gold through 2 generations. And then we have a position place holder. Okay, no status comes with this, but you do get 2 units and a half a gram of gold there as well. But listen, I love the fact that you can employ sweat equity here. Let's just say you have to get started. Talking to a gentleman here today, man, he was like, "Look, I'm kind of short and this, that, and the other." I said, "Hey, I understand, man. You just get what you want. If you can come to the table with about $200, listen, we got the chance to change your destiny, right?" So here's the thing: you get started here, you sponsor somebody here. Okay, and this is a somebody personally that you sponsored. You're earning 10% of this, 490 euros. Plus, guess what? You get 1.4 grams of gold with that also. That's money in our system, right? You put the two together, and guess what? You can come back and upgrade into this package. It's incredible, right? Because now you're here, and guess what? Your fast track promotion starts all over. Oh, we haven't talked about yet. Just give me a slide, 2 slides, and I'll be right there. We're going to talk about that because that's going to show you how you can get to here for free. Okay, you can start out here and ultimately end up here with sweat equity. I love that. You listen, we trade time for money all day long. If you're an employee, you're in that quadrant. Okay, so now you're trading your time for profits. And that's what they do on the other side of the equation, on that right hand side. Okay. So, man, I just love this system, the way it works, because listen, these bonuses here, just another genius brainchild of our CEO. Listen, based upon whatever status you choose, you're getting a 5% bonus through 7 generations, folks. Every time somebody gets one of those dual team payment checks, remember 25 and 75, 50 equals 75. Anytime that happens, you're earning 5%. 5%. 5%. Remember J. Paul Getty? He said 1% of the efforts of 100 people. Man, I love it, man. I hope y'all hearing me. Now, this is the Carrot Fast Track promotion, a 5 and 5, right? I got these sites down because you want to write them down, okay? And we're going to talk about why you want to write them down. So just do it now while you're listening to me, okay? I don't know why anybody would want to take 5 weeks, but this company is going to give you 5 weeks, okay, to bring in 5 people at your level or higher, and you're going to get a free, no cost upgrade to the next position. Let me say that again. A free, no cost upgrade to the next position. How do you like the way that's? I love the way free sounds. Free 99, I'm for it all day long, folks. And it's just value. Okay. But listen, we've got 2 classes to help you get there. 2 free classes. We're going to teach you the fundamentals on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. every single Thursday. You just come there with your as a new affiliate, and then you invite your new affiliates to it, and you come back with them and you get trained, okay? And then you come back on Sunday and you get the other part. You get part 2, okay, at 9 p.m. I love the way this works, folks. It works for you, it works for me, it works for all of us. Get those free upgrades, okay? And then the long-term incentives. Listen, you don't even pay attention to this. Just all of a sudden you get an email like I did, and it says, "Hey, Almer, you just run a $500 leather bag. Would you like to have the bag, or would you like $500 in gold?" And you know what I did? I said, "Send me $500 in gold," okay? Because that's appreciating. That $500 in gold it has appreciated since then. And I don't like to use that term because I don't want you guys to think I'm a financial advisor. I'm a businessman. Okay, that's what I am. Make no mistake about it. Okay, so here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna take gold all the way through here until I get right here. Now I told you this company sends us around the country, all right, all around the world for that matter. Last year I got to go to Stuttgart, Germany. I got to go to Dubai. I got to go to Cape Town, South Africa, and Las Vegas, and could have went to a couple other places if I chose to. All right, but here's the thing: when I went to Dubai, folks, I watched one of my mentors win this 13,000 euro Rolex watch. That's his wrist. He won this watch, right, by basically helping people get started in the business and save gold. Now, if my organization has been able to save over 16,000 grams of gold, that's over $1 million in 2.5 years. Dude, I can't imagine how much gold his organization has helped. Okay, because I'm just one little pawn way down the line of of a group of folks that got started like him that is really, really killing this thing to a whole nother level. But this, folks, is old news because here's the thing. Look at this. He won this a couple of weeks ago. But here's the thing. That MasterCard we talked about, man, this guy is swiping, paying off in cash Range Rovers. Okay, he said, man, I can't set my wife in that. We can't go backwards. Listen, send me for 40,000 euros worth of gold. He said, put it in my digital account. Put it in my gold savings account over there. And Stuttgart, hold on to that real tightly for me. Okay. I can appreciate that, man, because that's leadership at its best. Right. So here's the thing, folks. I'm looking to follow suit because if he did it, I know I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. So here's the thing, folks. We get paid on this card. We've been talking about this card. Listen, it works in any ATM in the world. Do you have a card like that in your house right now? No, you don't, but you can get it real easy, just by being one of our affiliates, right? Listen, I used this card all around the globe last year, folks. Matter of fact, when I take it right down the street and I put it in the ATM and pull out $20, 20 US dollars, and I come back to my free website, I look at my website just to check it out and see what that, how the $20 rolled out. And I'm surprised because I look and I see that my account has only been depleted by 17.58 euros. Euros are more valuable than the US dollar. So even that, folks, even that makes more sense, right? We're getting paid more and in more value for our time, and we're getting paid in gold. In some cases, man, I'm like, bump the fiat, give me the gold. Well, I'm getting them both here, folks. It's an incredible thing, man, when you really understand about it. Now, I'm just about finished, folks, but here's the thing. I need to go over some quick advantages for you right now because, listen, there are people that are going to come at you with all sorts of crazy things. Man, people come at me and they're like, hey, man, I got this ground floor opportunity that you just got to get started. You're doing so well in that Karatbars. Listen, if you just come over here with this ground floor opportunity, you can make a grip. You can be paid. I'm like, dude, I'm already paid. Okay? Why would I want to get started in your ground floor opportunity when I've been in business for a long time and I know most ground floor opportunity businesses never get off the ground. And if they do, 3 to 5 years, 95% of them, their doors are closed. When I got a 9-year-old company has already defied all of those odds, they're debt free and they own 3 gold mines. Come on, man. Why would I even think about entertaining anything else? Okay. And then folks say, man, well, listen, I like what I see, man, but man, this sounds like one of those pyramid deals. And I had to let them know, listen, man, pyramids are illegal. You can't operate for 9 years in over 146 different countries around the globe getting licensed. They don't give licenses to pyramids. So let's just drop that, right now, okay? But then when you think about it, I told you guys I went to Stuttgart. So FedEx, right now, I saw it in action. FedEx is delivering more of these gold digits to households around the globe than any other product of any other company around the world. We're their largest international client. They deliver so much of this around the globe that they had to open up a satellite office within our home office in order to ensure that you get your gold in a timely manner. I love that, right? And I saw it working, folks. I saw it working. But here's the thing. People say, hey man, I gotta do my research. Yes, do your research, but don't use it for an excuse to procrastinate. Man, you've been procrastinating all your life, and what has it done for you? Okay, here's the thing. FedEx checked us out before they moved into our offices. Don't you think they checked us out? Yes. And MasterCard, guess what? When they checked us out, listen, we passed by such flying colors that they're going to give you a MasterCard, the best value card in your household. With what? All they want to know is your name and where to send it. They don't need a credit check. They don't need social security numbers. None of that. That's how well we pass. So I know what you're going to do, folks. You're going to do like I did. Go to the internet, find something 4, 5, 6, 7 years old and be like, oh, what about this? Man, listen, let me just tell you something. You can't go to a company, you can't Google a company without finding something bad about them, right? Okay. There's all this talk right now about bad policemen. Okay. That's a small percentage. Most of the policemen are good, right? Okay. But it's that bad percentage that hurts us, right? But here's the thing, folks. With 1 million people started in this company, over 1 million affiliates, 1 million. Listen, you can't ask a question that hasn't already been answered satisfactorily over 1,000 times. I'm just here to tell you, folks, okay? Let's just face the facts. Listen, we're offering you a complete system. You haven't seen anything better than this. Listen, there's no cost to get started. You can set up your free gold savings account today and start saving, and getting your money out of this right here, out of this debt. That's exactly what this is. Look at the top of it. That is a Federal Reserve note. Can you see that note? Any of you got a mortgage note? Or any of you ever signed a promissory note? It's a promise to pay. It's debt, right? This right here is a tier 1 asset. They treat it better than the dollar that you have, right? Now you saving dollars and you don't have any of this. Okay, you need to get some of that in your life for real. No mandatory fees. Listen, you're not gonna pay any bounce check fees, monthly maintenance fees. You're not gonna pay any of that kind of stuff that you normally have to pay. We pay to put our money in the bank for it to rust out, and the rust-oleum don't bring it back. Is what I'm trying to say. Listen, on the real, folks, I've been involved with companies like this before, that even with your website, you had to pay for your website, $29 to $99 a month for a website. Listen, our company says, man, all we want you to do is exchange your declining paper for appreciating gold. That's it. No hidden fees. We're not going to charge you for any of the websites you're going to get to do your business over here. Okay. So you're getting it all. It's working for you. And then think about this. Man, every business in the world is doing what? Even if it's nonprofit, it needs dollars. Okay. Dollars have to run through it in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Guess what, folks? Our business is money. That's our business. The best money on the planet. Man, can you imagine having a garage full of this right here? Man, we probably, man, you might have to change your name. You might have changed your name, man. But here's the thing, man. I'm so excited right now, folks, and we're just about done. But here's the thing: it's decision making time, man. With anything, folks, you got to make your decision. You choosing the red pill or the blue pill. It's basically three personality types that prevail after seeing a presentation like this. The first says, "What? Hey, this isn't for me." And I can respect that, folks, because everything isn't for everybody. But understand this: set up that free gold savings account, because storing this, your labor, listen, that's for everybody. Okay, that really is. You can't be truthful with yourself if you're saying you don't believe in that. Okay, so here's the thing. The second type of person says what? Hey man, I like what I see, but I got some questions. Realistically, man, get those questions answered, okay, by somebody that is capable of answering them for you. The person that invited you here, they've got an expert sitting there that mentors them, that can answer your questions. You get your questions answered properly, do the right thing, and support your family in a proper manner by aligning yourself with this incredible team that we have, folks. Join arms with us, link arms with us. That's what this is. This is an official invitation to you, asking you to join us in our endeavor to change the world and help the world start saving more, and to save in something that holds its value and your labor. The third type of person says, hey, you know what? You had me at gold. I've always wanted to own gold. I know its value. I just never knew where I could get it, where I could benefit by having it. I just never knew that. And I never knew that I could get it in a manner in which I could afford it. And so I'm ready. Listen, if you're one, or two, or three, please get back to the person that invited you here. If you're watching it on somebody's Facebook page or coming back watching this later, get back to the person whose page this is. Whoever gave you the information, listen, we like to be honest. We're a team. And listen, join us, folks, because we're changing the world. We've got a whole team of people that are available to help show you and walk you through, mentor you through the success that we're able to have with this incredible company. So with that, folks, I want to make sure that I introduce you to an incredible gentleman. Okay, this gentleman is doing a phenomenal job just building this business. This gentleman is having a ton of success. I mentioned him a little earlier, but folks, this is someone that I truly respect, man. I talk to him on a regular basis. He's a man of God. His integrity is incredible. He's an awesome teacher and mentor. And folks, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't know where I would be right now in this business, because it was this gentleman that made sure I got the information that I needed in order to make the right decisions to get it started with this company 2.5 years ago. I'll never forget it, January of 2018. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you none other than the gentleman we call Mr. Amazing, Mr. Rodney Roach. Sir, I turn this call over to you, sir.
All right, are you able to hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Oh man, phenomenal job as usual, man. I mean, you're like press play and you just roll. Certainly a pleasure to be on this platform just to give you all a brief little testimony tonight. And listen, in this vast sea of opportunities, some folks just don't know what to do. And that's kind of like where I was prior to being in this particular industry. And it's a big industry. Last year did about $115 billion. So if you can imagine, you may have been in other opportunities like myself, or you may have known of several people that just kind of like floating around in this vast sea of opportunities. And so once finding Karatbars as an opportunity, I was able to just get in here and I felt at home because they had some structure involved. They had some trainings involved that helped me to gravitate or to get stronger as I was trying to navigate the waves in this particular sea. And so once I learned all of that, it was very, very simple. So simple that all they had to do is tell me, if you're treading water and you're struggling right now, stand up. That's all you had to do. Keep it simple. And so I kept the business simple enough so that I can just make it a duplicatable process and just listen to the teachings of Mr. Ty Best and Mr. Michael Dalco and other great leaders that are just surrounded in this. And so if you're like me and you were just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you were looking for a way that will work this time for you, if you work it, the business will work for you. I tell you, Karatbars is the place that you can call home. And so I want to say, welcome home. Get started right now. Get with the person that invited you, because I'll tell you what, opportunities don't go away. They just go to other people. With that being said, my name is Rodney Roach. Back to you, Mr. Murray. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much for that incredible insight there, sir. I have a personal story I'm gonna call you shortly and tell you about somebody standing up in shallow water, man. It's incredible that you talked about that today. Listen, folks, you just heard from one of the most incredible individuals in this entire company, over 1 million affiliates. This gentleman sits at the very, very top. So listen, we want you to do what he did, and that's just get started. So please get back to the person that invited you here. We appreciate you so much for giving us some of your time. So with that, we appreciate you all. God bless, and we'll see you all over the top.